The great thing about Planoly's Verify module is that it puts the QA in the hands of the people delivering the models rather than those managing the project. If I was the one submitting this model, I would make sure that the quality review was done before I said that this was completed. So maybe this status would be a quality check, and I could manage the columns if I had permission, and this was my internal QA step. So while these are in QA, I'm going to need to check that they meet the requirements that have been set for me. In order to do that, I need to link these elements with the appropriate tasks. One way that we could do it is by creating a model rule that says the task property, something, maybe the name, and in this case I'm going to use the name of the tasks here, which in this case is the external stair and the footings and pile cap. I'm going to connect it with a property that has a specific name that matches. I've pulled up the assembly description, which is a property of the elements in the model, and now the model will go through, check the model, and then find here there are 38 elements that meet those requirements, and you can see that they are the pile caps in each of these sets of foundations. So quickly it has established that actually we have met 0 of our responsibility. There were 3 properties that we were requiring for those footings. We should not be submitting this model yet. So that's one way that we can connect up, and that would connect up every single element with every single task in the model. If there are tasks like the external stair and ramp systems that have not been connected, we might want to connect that via a task rule. Now, the elements that are representing these stairs have their own properties, and if I was to isolate or pick a stair and see what the properties were, we could see that maybe there's a property that we would be able to link this specifically with. Well, in this case, let's say that we are going to create a rule on the task. And by clicking this link button, I can see that the model rule still applies, but is not finding anything for this specific task. So therefore, we're going to create a task rule. This task rule, I could be really cheeky and just say link selected. Now that will take that specific stair element with its unique ID and connect one element to this task. That's not really what we want to do. The much more powerful approach would be to use a rule that finds a property that would then be able to link up. So let's say that we want to take the type name and we find all of the different type names, and we're going to pick concrete stairs as the type name. So what this is now going to do is link to this stair anything that has this value in this property. If I hit save, and it will again evaluate it, and now it's found those 9 stairs. Unfortunately, again, we do not have all of the properties that we have been asked for in these stairs. However, let's just show you how that would work if there is a property that we need. So let's take a look and add a property like, for example, the tread thickness needs to be there, and it needs to have a value. So if we will open this up, add a property, we can see we have 9 stairs with tread thickness that is completed with any value. Is evaluating the percentage of information requirements that have been completed. We would need to correct these in the model to make sure that they're the requirement. We would also have to review manual checklist items. These tasks would then be removed from our QA list and moved on to the completed list for managers to go and evaluate. All of the tasks in that model complete. We would also want to share the model so that others that had access to the model, they would be able to use it for their purposes. QA steps really help offset the responsibility to the teams that really should be evaluating the model. Now we can go through and find out how much of the model is reviewed and authorized for use. Make sure you're checking these models before you're using them, otherwise you could use a model that is not fit for purpose. So remember, don't plan late, plan early with Planoly.